So I've played the new patch, guys, and I'm just going to be real with you. It's trash. Garbage. The game's dead. There's absolutely no reason to return. Payday is back! Payday is back! Oh my god, yeah! Another month has rolled on by, and with that we have another Payday 3 update. Not to really fully sink our teeth into, but more so just to peek our heads behind the curtain to see how the progress of Operation Medic Bag is coming along. Update 6 for Payday 3 brings us a few quality of life features, including the ability to skip the intro cutscene of a heist, post-game partying up, which will allow you to play with the same people after a heist, a ton of bugs, crashes and technical fixes, a new grenade, and the big one, a Quickplay feature. Pretty underwhelming for the most part, I won't lie to you guys. However, you can jump into the escape van again. Payday is back. Alright. Before you start typing the usual comments I see in each of these videos, yes, these features should have been in the game since launch. Yes, this isn't the update to bring players back to the game. I'm aware of this. I'm simply just covering what's in the update for documentation's sake, and also to keep the community up to date with Payday 3's current state. Now let's end this intro and get straight into what Update 6 has to offer for Payday 3. Starting with Quickplay. Do I even need to explain this feature? You click on it, you pick a difficulty, and you join an ongoing game or a lobby that is on the difficulty you've picked. Oh shit, not this guy. Although us PC players have been blessed with HW12's server browser mod, this is more so handy for the console players who are struggling to find other players to play with. The bigger picture of this is that players are finally able to find matches with other players quicker and more effectively. The only gripe and downside I have to this is that there are no filters you can toggle for if you want to do the heist in loud or in stealth. 9 times out of 10, you'll join a random lobby with a completely loud orientated build where the rest of the players want to do the heist in stealth. For me, this just feels like a huge oversight, but I can really hope that the devs can take this as feedback when it comes to improving Quickplay's functionality. But not just for Quickplay, but for that CrimeNet server browser that we are all waiting for. Alongside this, there is now the option to skip the intro cutscenes of a heist, getting you into the action faster. This was already modded in by the community after launch, but an official feature is always something nice to cheer about, I guess. What is also nice to cheer about though is the post-game party up feature. At the end of a successful heist, you now have the option to merge the party into one, which will allow you to play with the same group of people you have just played with and met. Although this feature is great, it is let down massively by the inability to chat to our new formed group in the menus. And it only works if you have successfully completed a heist. Meaning that if you fail a heist, there's no option to merge up and perhaps give another heist a go. There's also no option to straight up add them as a friend or message them directly because of course, we're using the extremely flawed Starbreeze Nebula for these functions. So although these new features are welcome additions, there's still a lot of work to be done to improve the matchmaking and communication experience. Because at the moment, it's still quite shocking. Speaking of things that are shocking, we now have a new grenade to play around with, the shock grenade. Essentially how this grenade works is that if you throw it on the ground, it pulsates, stunning units in the vicinity, with also the effect of chaining that stun to nearby units. Both tasers and shields are both affected by this the most, as when they are shocked by a shock grenade, they are pretty much immediately zapped and game ended. Whereas for the rest of regular units, they are just stunned. And of course dozers just shrug it off as usual. Overall, the usefulness of this grenade is there. It's a direct counter to tasers and shields, and it feels a lot like a flashbang when it comes to its usefulness. Overall, it's a pretty neat addition to the arsenal. What's also pretty neat is the amount of crash fixes that the team has committed to. Essentially, this just means that the game should be more stable to play on both the client and the server side. So any crash reports that were sent in by you lot, the tech team has got to work, investigated the issues, and have fixed quite a lot of problems to do with crashes, which is very commendable. What's also very commendable is the amount of gameplay, tech, and heist changes and fixes with this update. There's been a lot of bugs that have been fixed as usual, alongside some armor repair kit spawn locations being added to each heist. Where are the locations, you may ask? They're in the security rooms alongside the ammo. That's a small but nice little change. I'll also leave the patch notes in the description if you want to get into the nitty-gritty details of some of these changes. Alright, I think that pretty much covers the update. Oh my god, we can get in the back of the van. That pretty much covers the update in terms of what is on the patch notes. But what if I told you that's not all. In this patch, there have been some new animations added for certain actions in the game. Opening certain vaults, crates, hacking circuit boxes, all have their own unique animations now. In addition to this, we also have some brand new flashy inspect animations for the assault rifles in the game. This includes the Car 4, the VFS, the Northwest, and the KU. Also new running, walking, and crouching animations with the way on how you hold your weapons. Pistols are held at slant as well as primaries when crouching. There's also a slight weapon sway on some of the optics on certain weapons. Overall, the animation team have done a very stellar job on these, and it really bugs me as to why they haven't been given any form of credit for their work in the patch notes. Hold up, wait 1 second, Parsley, because we have an update. Myself and other partners kicked up so much of a storm about this that they actually gave the animations a little spotlight in the patch notes, whereas beforehand they were not. Okay, now that's all covered up, back to present Luke. Because there are some really cool animations, and although it's something so small, it contributes so much in the long run when it comes to giving the game more personality. So I guess I'll do the honours of giving them a pat on the back, because in all honesty, this is pretty much the best part of the update. Oh, and the helmet pop sticker they added, which once again, not to be seen in the patch notes. And that really is the end of this video and update 6 as a whole. Ultimately, this update is once again just essentially another ticking of certain boxes when it comes to features and additions to Operation Medic Bag. Since the start of the operation a few months back, it seems like they have delivered on a good chunk of what it is they are initially focusing on. However, for now, it seems like we have to yet again keep on waiting for the release of Payday 3's second DLC, Boys in Blue. And let me tell ya, I'm hyped for that one. When it releases. At some point in time. Jokes aside, the remaining player base are absolutely starving for something new in terms of a heist or a weapon. Anything. I say remaining as most of them, myself included, have already ventured off to other titles for the time being. For now though, it looks like we gotta do some more waiting. I'm returning back to Rockay City, ready to tackle my next big score, buddy. Thanks for watching this video, everyone. If you found it helpful, leave a like and subscribe for more Payday and heisting game related content. And I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.
This is the VF7S?
Yes.
Oh, what the fuck?
It's so clean, man. It is fucking